Hi, I'm Kris Oldland. I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Field Service News, and I'm here at Field Service USA, and I'm with David Troll from Glympse. David, really good to see you. How are you doing?
Excellent, thank you. Great to see you as well.
So, it's been a really busy couple of days. Every time I kind of come past you guys here, you seem to be having conversations. Perhaps to kick off, tell me a little bit about Glympse and exactly where you are in the market, what tools and services you're offering to field service organizations.
Sure, happy to. So Glympse, the simplest way we talk about it is we Uberize the last mile, the service experience.
Sure.
Right? Customers sitting at home, sitting on premise, waiting for that service technician to come, waiting for delivery, don't know where they are, and we bring together a string of notifications and visualization, ETA and real-time location on the map, so that you can really create this one-to-one digital interaction between the service provider and their end customer.
Okay, and so are we looking at a tool that's basically helping kind of really improve that customer experience? That's where I kind of see this coming in, is kind of having that communication. So when I'm sat at home waiting for someone to come and fix my boiler, or if I'm in the office and I'm waiting for someone to come and fix my printer, I know who's coming, I know where they're coming, I know that time frame right down to the kind of granular level. Have I got that right?
You got it, spot on. So what's interesting is I came out of field service, and field service really focuses on solving right tech, right skills, right tool, right timing. They never really take the customer into account, right? Sure. Making sure the customer knows you're coming, making sure the customer's there and available to avoid that door knock where the customer gave up and abandoned the appointment. So we came at it with a customer experience approach. What we found is a lot of operational benefits as well. There's still some untapped potential for operational improvements, and so our customers are really getting to that as well as getting that CSAT or NPS lift.
Well, what's the driver for your customers and the guys that are coming across to you across the last couple of days? Are they coming to you and saying, like you say, are they coming and asking the CSAT question and then seeing the benefits, or are they coming to you with a dual purpose of how can you improve my efficiencies as well? What's the driver for people that you're talking to?
You know, the industry is really focused on CX lately, and it's great for us. I think that there was a time when it was very internally focused. It was all about my tech and my dispatch center. What we're seeing now is customer experience matters. Sometimes that's just a pure retention strategy. Sometimes it's people understand that happier customers, better experience for the technician. So people come here first for the customer experience. Where we've seen those operational benefits, that's really in the deployments with customers who are live in the system. But the discussions here are about that CX theme where it matters today in field service.
So technology like this, it's obviously an improvement and enhancement on the kind of standard scheduling tools. But do you think that we're on the cusp of something that ultimately will become incorporated into the wider FSM kind of solution? Or is this kind of something that remains a best of breed tool?
Yeah, great question. Today it's absolutely best of breed, and we see some good enough pieces out there, right? I have GPS, I've got a dot on a map, I look at it for internal use, I can probably push something, even an SMS to a customer saying we're on our way. But we're partnering with the leading field service providers today, Salesforce, Oracle, Microsoft, Telligis, because they all recognize that this is really hard to do in a compelling way, and they need it. So right now it's absolutely leading edge. I think it's going to be table stakes very quickly, and so we're in this magical moment right now where it's going quickly from a interesting, nice to have to a must have, and we need to keep innovating to stay ahead of the curve. Otherwise, these big dev shops will, of course, just incorporate it as a standard feature. And
just one quick question on that. You say we're kind of going from a rapid kind of evolution there. How quickly do you think that's going to move before we go from nice to have to must have?
So what we hear frequently from customers and prospects is, my local pizza guy or florist can send me this, why can't you?
Yeah.
Right? You're fixing my $14 million MRI machine. I think it's going to vary by industry, and I saw the same thing during a decade in field service. I think some sectors that aren't as customer-centric, maybe utilities, will come to it a little slower, but absolutely in B2C industries, it's going to be the next 3 years. If you don't have it, your customers are going to wonder why.
From a purely technical point of view, can Glympse just plug into, you've mentioned a whole bunch of providers there. Is it something that if you've got a whole bunch of open APIs, you can kind of sit on top of most systems?
Yeah, we built it as a platform. And so even our enterprise solution we're talking about today, we have a consumer app, we're embedded in cars and watches and phones and TVs and refrigerators. So the APIs are a really robust set of open APIs, and we can plug into pretty much anything. If you can plug into a watch, you can probably plug into anything. If you can plug into a car, you can probably plug into anything. So our strategy is not to be an app that competes for mind share with either the technicians or the customers. It's really to be part of the ecosystem that exists and power that customer experience in location.
And one final question, David. Is it a case that, again, going back to the conversations that you've been having, people coming across, obviously there's been some great visuals here on the kind of booth. Are you finding that at the moment you're still explaining the benefits, or is there a kind of a customer pull here and people are coming to you and saying, look, we need this? Or is it still a case of, hey guys, there is some real kind of customer satisfaction and some real efficiency benefits that you can get by implementing something that's more than your standard just GPS tracking kind of software?
I think that people probably, unless they're working with us, don't realize the full benefits. People generally come to us understanding a piece of the value, and they come looking for that. But until you're really deployed and up and running, it's hard to understand all the other things. Most people think they've done field operations and they've got all the efficiencies and they're optimized, and they don't understand where they can do better, or they don't think that it's possible. So we're solving problems more than what our customers come to us for. But in general, they're coming to us for that CSAT NPS thing first and foremost. The biggest challenge we're finding is its culture. And we were talking about this on the panel yesterday. If your culture isn't one about transparency of operation internally with your customers, it's really hard to get people to buy into, you can see me on a map. When you operate that way, it's a phenomenal experience for the customers in the end.
Okay, David, excellent. Really good to speak to you, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care.
Thanks.
Cheers. Bye-bye.